What we do here is go back.
Hey guys, welcome back to Talk It Up with Cindy and Jerry. Hope you guys are doing good.
How's it going, everybody?
So, what is today's topic? We kind of brushed on it the other day slightly.
It's like, who's the good parent? Who's the bad parent?
Okay. So,
I think that switches sometimes.
Most of the time, I'm the bad parent. I think 80%. He's very lax. Lets them.
I get a little soft.
You're very soft with them.
Yes.
I cover for them, but I'm not soft.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference.
No, I get soft. I admit it.
Yeah. I cover for them. Like when they do stupid things and I don't want them to get in trouble, I will cover for them. And I'll be like, I won't tell your dad, don't worry about it. You know, we good. It's only don't do it again or whatever. But I'm also the one where they want to do things or spend money or whatever. I always say no. And he's the one that says yes.
Not only that, where if we set some rules, I think she'll say, we'll set it for like a week with no Xbox. And I'll come back and say, wow, it's a lot.
Yeah. He'll like, I think you were too harsh. You should cut it down to 2 days. Or I'm like, no! They don't learn anything if you just give it right back to them.
Which is weird because we were born as Gen X kids.
Yes, okay. I get it.
So, no, Gen X kids meaning the rules, the punishment was strict.
Yeah,
it would be like a week or 2 weeks, No Atari.
Exactly. Listen, my mom was harsh on us.
Right.
You know, I mean, we didn't get grounded. We got our butts kicked. So, you know, I like the grounding or taking things away better. I try to keep it enforced. He tries to be a little bit more laxed about it. I get it. Was your mom lax with you guys, or was she tough? Like, did she?
She wasn't as strict as your mom.
Okay, all right. Just a quick change. Yeah, I'm in my lake beach attire after we're done recording. It is going to be hot, so we're in summer mode, so I'm going down to the lake to get some sun.
And we are days away from flying down to Florida.
I know we are. I know. I'm taking advantage here, hanging out with some local friends and getting out before I disappear for the month. So I figure let's jump on and get an episode in before we go. Well, he's not going down to the lake. He doesn't like the lake that much. I do. So he's probably going to game or something here.
Oh, we had a pool.
I know, but the water's not that cold yet.
I think after that heat wave, yes.
Okay, all right. You're
right, after the heat wave, it's got to be in the 70s.
Go
ahead. I'm not stopping you.
So back to our topic. So being bad parent, good parent. Sometimes it hurts me because they won't ask me for things because they say that I'm the no mom. So I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, well, why didn't you ask me? Because you always say no. Like dad always says yes.
I mean, most of the time I'll say yes. There are a couple of times.
All the time.
No, there are times I'll say no.
I think he says yes more than I do. I think he just.
Oh yeah, I'll agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'll be like, you get mad when we overspend, but you don't like to tell them no.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, Roblox or Xbox is not overspending. I don't. Yeah.
No, not per se.
Yeah.
But
I try to keep them within the unlimited, and I'll let them know. I play World of Warcraft, and that's about $15 to $16 a month.
Okay.
So, Roblox can go to like $30 a month.
Yeah.
And I try to point that out to them. Sometimes, it can happen where they at $40. They'll ask for Roblox money or Xbox money, and then I'm like, all right,
That's
dude,
it. Yeah.
you're at $40 a month.
Yeah, and I'm like. He'll come in. I was gonna ask dad. I'm like, nope, don't ask. But then he does go behind my back and he'll ask him anyway. And I'm like, didn't I tell you not to ask your dad? He's, well, dad always says yes. You say no. So they get me on that one all the time. I feel bad because I don't know if they got it from our daughter that she would always say yes.
It's got to be something going on. It's Jeremy, yeah.
All right, let me answer it. What up, Jeremy? Yeah. I will pick it up for you because you don't know what to get.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm asking ahead of time.
I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I got a shrimp and later again. This actually wasn't that bad. Sometimes you got to pick up those calls when your kids call.
Okay. All right. I'll see you later on. Okay.
Or either edit it or not.
I'll get that for you. I'll get that for you also, the one that I have. Okay. Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye. Our oldest son, he was asking me my opinion on conditioners and brushes.
Which I have no idea about.
Exactly.
living
Mama
conditioners,
knows. So he's like,
Yes.
I told him I'll pick it up for him. He's like, I don't know which brand. I'm like, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'll just take the money out of his account and I'll go pick it up for him.
Mhm.
So back to our topic.
Yeah, so I think there's times where I want to be strict, but then I feel bad.
But the dad in you.
The guilt comes in. I'm like, man, you know. And I don't know if, I think my mom was still stricter than I was. Not as
Yeah.
strict as your mom, but still,
Yeah, my mom was strict.
yeah, not as strict. You know, I'm less strict than my mom, which
Yeah.
I,
My mom
I would
always
like to
said
be
no.
a little bit more strict.
Yeah, she
But-
said no to everything. I couldn't. There was days where we were stuck in the house. We were if we did something or if we didn't clean or cook or wash dishes or whatever, we didn't leave the house. We were like grounded. Aside from getting a spanking,
Right.
because my mom didn't really do a lot of grounding. For my mom was like, "You're not going anywhere. You're staying in the house." You know, that was not even grounded. That was just we were in the house. That's it. So I try not to be like my mom. I didn't want to be. I mean, granted, my mom, she must have done something right because my sister and I, you know, we cook, we clean.
Well, I think,
we're
again,
well
a younger
diverse.
generation, and I think that's not just a Gen X. I think that is even the past generations, the 50s and the 60s. You know, as you move forward, I think you try not to be your parents,
Yeah.
but sometimes that hurts you in the long run.
Yes, my mom was. Very,
You're still
very,
teaching your
very
kids
strict.
values, what's
Yes.
right, what's wrong.
Because I told my kids all the
But I
time,
think-
"You're lucky I'm not like my
Yeah,
mom."
I think it's a little bit on the patience side.
Yes.
That's where we lack. We don't teach them patience. We say, hey, it's a week, and that's it. You gotta wait. Go outside, read a book, whatever, watch a movie, watch a series, but you're not gaming.
Yeah.
And then I'll turn it down to 3 days, and I'm not really teaching them that
Nope,
patience
you're not.
at all.
Because my mom, she never, she would not waver. If we were in trouble, we were in trouble. She didn't cut us any slack. That's why I didn't want to be like that with her because I love my mom. I love my mom. But there was times, you know, when you're a kid, you're like, I hate her because they're so strict that
Right.
make you kind of not hate, but just not be happy with them at that moment. So I went through a lot of that with my mom. I loved my mom though. She was just very, very strict. Your mom wasn't as strict with your brothers because I
You
saw
were there
how-
for a bit. Yeah,
I
you
was
saw it.
there. I saw
Yeah.
how like she was with your brothers.
No, I mean, she wasn't. She wasn't as strict as others. Maybe that's why sometimes I'm not patient. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you're patient. You have no patience.
But she was not that strict as other parents in the neighborhood.
Okay, yeah, my mom was strict. If I wanted to go somewhere, it would the house would be pristine.
But I could say
and
one
things
thing.
like that for me to be able to do it.
I didn't cause a lot of issues to say, well, Jerry's going to get punished.
I didn't cause a lot of issues. My sister, on the other hand.
No, I'm just saying,
So
you know, when I
my
think
mom
about
always-
it, I wasn't punished a lot. I didn't give my mom a lot of hard times or anything like that.
No, my mom. She always thought.
I mean, there were times, absolutely, yes.
if
But
my sister
not
did
into a
something-
degree what other kids did.
My mom always thought if my sister did something, we were in cahoots, so we both paid the price.
Right, right.
Because she always says, "You're always together," so I'm assuming you guys both did it. Both got into trouble together, which was not always the
No,
the story.
my mom didn't do that. If my brothers did something, you know, they did it. Once in the blue moon, everybody's punished, but it wasn't to the degree
Oh no.
like you're probably saying, or
No,
I know
my mom's
others.
House, no. If I was in trouble, my sister was in trouble. If she was in trouble, I was in trouble. It was just she goes, "You guys always together. You're a pair, so you always everything
No,
happens
no.
together." It was very rare if it was separate. I think we were more stricter with our daughter though, growing up.
Yes, maybe because she was a girl.
Yes. And she says it to us. She goes, "You were more strict with me. You let them get away with murder." Which we don't let them get away with murder. They don't have as many chores as she did. I don't know if it's because she was a girl.
Yeah, I was going to ask that question because you were doing chores when I met you.
Yes, my mom was very strict with us. My mom's rule was by the time you get out of my house, you need to know how to cook, clean, do laundry, do everything you have to do without having to stress it. It's just second nature, which is exactly how I am and my sister.
Well, even the boys know how to do laundry.
Yes, they do know how to do laundry. They're not as clean as I was at that age.
No.
But
That one thing I am strict about. Clean rooms.
Yes.
I go crazy when I go into my son's room and it's a mess and I'm like...
And I'm laxed on that.
Yes, she is.
I'm laxed on that because my mom was so strict on us. Not only do we have to keep our room pristine, but the whole house has to be pristine. So I try to be a little lax on them with that because I know how I had to deal with it. I mean...
I'm not. I go in there and I don't really say anything anymore, so I just give it to her and say, you need to go down there and tell them to clean that room because I don't want to blow up. Because I could blow up. Because if I say it once, I say it twice.
But they're boys.
But I wasn't like that.
But your brothers were.
Yes. Yes. Well, my mom was laxed on that.
Yes.
She didn't really go in there and say, hey, this room is a mess.
So.
But when I was there and we were younger, I kept the room clean. And when I phased out into the living room, just kind of slept in the couch because I was older and we didn't have, another bedroom. Right. The room went downward.
It went downhill. Yeah, I saw that's when I came into the picture.
Right, so you could see the difference.
I was so shocked.
Where for me, this is how I was. I leave the room and then it became downhill. And
they just ransacked that.
Yeah, room. So I think it's just I'm just a clean freak to a certain point, except for the socks. But to a certain point.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the boys, and I'm gonna ask our daughter, who do they think was the more lax parents as they were kids? Now I'm not gonna ask Aiden because he's still in that little kid mode or teenage mode, but I will ask Jeremy and Angelica.
Yeah, he's a young teenager, so
but we're not our parents though.
Well, Jeremy's gonna say you're laxed because I go in there and I explode. Yeah. After the 4th or 5th time saying clean the room. So definitely dad can have a temper when he comes in the room. Dude, you're not cleaning the room.
Very true.
So I can tell you that answer. Jel, she's probably going to say you, I would think. I mean, there's been a couple of times that I've gone in there and I'm like blowing a gasket maybe, but... I'm
the more lax parents, but I say no a lot. I'm lax as to where chores... I'm okay if their room is a little messy and things like that. But when they want to spend money...
Right. She'll measure it as the kids could be a lot worse, which I get it. There could be, kids that just go outside constantly and do, just...
Stupid things.
Yes.
Which they're not.
There could be kids that on alcohol, drugs, and doing things behind, just bad stuff that they could get them in bad situations. Our kids are not that.
No, they're not.
So when I talk about the room, she throws that out there. When I talk about with some fathers out here in the neighborhood, it's almost the same story.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that, but clean the room. But always the mothers or the wives, or how you want to say it, come back and say, they could be a lot worse. They could be drug addicts. You hear the stories out there with some of the other kids from the neighbors, and our kids are not that. I'm like, yeah, I get that. But... at a certain point, you got to say, it's time to grow up and
I get it.
Keep your room clean and,
So we're both kind of lax in some ways.
Yes, I think that's the better way. Yes. I am more lax than you. I'll say yes.
And giving them what they want.
But there are certain other things that I'm more strict and, when you leave this house, don't be an Oscar Madison.
Yeah. I told Jeremy that too. I'm like,
you don't want to go to his house.
First impressions are everything.
Right. You don't want to go to his house and go, after 6 months, you visit, you set it up, and then you come back 6-7 months later on, and the house is just, oh my God, you would just, you would lose your mind.
Yes, I would. I'm not, you know what?
You would lose your mind.
I could actually say, the other day I went to our daughter's house, to her apartment, and her living room was organized. Their bedroom was semi-organized. The kitchen was a hot mess. Really? Not dirty mess, but like stuff on the counter. The sink wasn't full, but it was stuff on the counter that they could have put away order. And she goes, don't say it. I know. I got it clean. And I was like, I wasn't going to say anything. She goes, no. I can see it in your face.
See, I'm one of those. My mom taught us a sink should be clean when you go to bed,
Yes.
and I do have that issue. I'm like,
Yeah, I do try and keep.
Yeah.
When we go
and
to
it's not
bed,
just you;
kitchen's
it's the
clean.
boys also.
No, when we go to bed, the kitchen is clean.
Yeah.
But we have boys, so they like to get up. Not the little one, the older one.
Well, he'll soon because
likes
now
to
we're in
get
summer
up
break. Yeah, but
at
it's really
night and
the
cook.
older one. Yes,
He likes to cook, which drives me nuts because you could be upstairs watching TV or in that semi-sleep mode, and then smells that come out of the kitchen.
right. No,
It smells good at that time, and you're like,
but then you wake up in the morning for breakfast, and it's like
it's a mess.
the pan is dirty that you want to use.
He doesn't do it as much as he used to.
No, he's gotten better. He's gotten better. But I'm one of those where a kitchen should be clean. Mm-hmm. Either wash it or put it in the dishwasher to run.
Yeah.
You know, and that
We've
I can
had
say.
those talks with him. He's getting better with it.
Yes.
So, speak of the devil, he just walked in. So, we are both a little laxed. And, should I talk? No, I'll go do it in a minute. We're both a little laxed, but we're both strict.
Yes. I guess, do we compliment each other some way? Not sometimes yes and sometimes no.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
No, yeah.
So, this is not going to be a long episode.
No,
because I
but it
wanna
was
go get
interesting
my son on.
that the last podcast you kind of brought that up, so I figured let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we could talk about other parenting things and stuff like that. You know,
But this was a good subject.
This was a good
because
subject.
There are parents out there that are like that.
Yeah,
They
you-
call
you-
it good cop, bad cop.
right.
So-
You're gonna run into those issues where it's how you're raised in each other's house.
Yes.
And it's not that you're doing it on purpose
No.
or trying to, let's say I'm being a good cop. I'm not doing it on purpose.
It's just the way you
I was
are.
raised. I was raised to
Moderate.
a little
Yes.
bit and not be as strict.
You like how I throw out those words.
Yeah,
right?
you
Catch it?
just bam, baby, bam. No, that's what it is. So I think it's just how
It's
we're each
part of parenting.
right. So when you get into that issues and you're bumping heads, and don't let it go into an argument. Just
I
realize.
never do it in front of the kids either. 'cause
No,
they
don't do
will
it in front of
play-
the kids.
Kids are smart. They will play you
Yes.
against each other.
But no, I'm saying don't get into an argument like when I say, "Hey, I said no and you said yes," or you said
Oh no,
no.
we won't do that in front
No,
of the kids. We go
but-
usually that will happen in our bedroom when the kids
Right.
are not around.
But one thing I notice is as we do these conversations, again, it enlightens. It's how we're raised. You're raised a little bit more stricter. I was
Yes.
raised a little bit less stricter. You look at now, and when we talk about it, my cleanliness habit versus
Yes.
my brother's.
Yes.
Because you saw it.
Yeah.
And how I chase my boys and say, keep it clean.
Yes.
You know? Even body odor, BO. My brothers
my
probably
God.
were not.
No, not like that.
Maybe.
Well, yes.
Yes, the younger one, David.
Yes.
Yes. But sometimes I was just like, remember, I had an air
He had
freshener in my
colognes.
closet. I was just like, I smell good. Let me go outside.
Yeah. They've gotten the older one got better with it.
Yeah. Yes.
It's, I think
it's a
they
boy
learn.
thing.
It's a boy thing.
It's a boy thing.
So
It's just it took them longer versus me. By the
Because
time I was 16, I
we
was
didn't
like,
let them mature. We kept them teens and little
which
kids.
she said this before. If they don't play with the toys or the dolls or the video games or whatever, they're gonna find something else to play with.
Yes.
So if
I
you let
don't want them playing with something else.
right, so and when she said that, I was like, wow, that really makes sense. If I understand you can look up the kids out there and go, hey, my kid is not as mature.
Yeah. But when they mature.
But when they're mature, they're looking for more mature things to do.
Exactly.
When they're not, then
They enjoy their childhood.
they enjoy their childhood. They're
Yes.
still hanging out with everybody.
Yeah.
They just, like my younger one says, I don't like the drama.
Yeah. He's not into.
He's like, I'm not.
You know how some kids are going into high school? They're already into dating and kissing.
Not even that. He just says,
Yeah. I don't want
I'm
the
not-
drama. I don't want to deal with it.
I see the drama on the Snapchat. Like I said, our kids are not social media kids. But our young one literally says, I don't want to deal with that drama.
Yeah.
But, there's too much drama on that side. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
He's really mature on that.
Yeah.
So it's good. I mean, in a way, he recognizes it and he does his thing and he hangs out and he knows everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, again, from you said is if
Keep
they
them-
don't,
Yeah.
if you don't let them mature fast,
Nope.
just let them go at their pace.
Yep.
Keep a little rein on them.
Yep.
They'll enjoy their
Not
childhood.
hover, not
no,
hover,
not hover.
just a little
but
rein.
they'll have a longer childhood
Yes, they do.
and they won't get into the other things.
No. Exactly.
Because that's the problem with these kids nowadays.
Yeah, they get bored. They start to mature a little too soon.
Oh, I mean, you look at you walk through a neighborhood. They do it nonchalant. They just grab these little vapes, and they cannot walk no more than 50 feet without.
Yeah, and I told you it was made aware to me because I was part of the PTO for my son in the last year because he was the last one in our town school system because he's going to high school in the next town over. And one of the moms had told she was they're vaping in the junior high school. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, oh. She goes, you didn't know? I was like, oh, my son doesn't hang out with everybody. She goes, God bless you. She goes, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Because my son is one of the popular kids, and I have to constantly iterate to him not to get into any of that, vaping, being caught with girls in the bathrooms. I'm like, thank God, mine.
Well,
it's still a little immature.
Here's
She goes,
the thing,
God bless you.
which we're good at because I know our kids are not social media kids.
No, they're not social media kids.
And even if they were, I don't know how we would handle it. I just know as an IT person, there's huge threats in social media.
Yes.
And even with the tools that you buy online, a lot of these social parenting tools, they're not 100%. If someone told you they're 100%, they're not.
Yeah.
And these kids know about these tools. If you think they don't, they do.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
other kids.
You gotta also be on top of that.
You have to be on top of them. You have to be involved.
I was glad that she told me that.
Yeah.
But then I was also like, he had his dance and his prom a few weeks ago, a couple weeks. And like I told my husband, I said, he's a totally different person. He runs a double life.
Yeah.
He's very shy and quiet at home. He doesn't hang out. He does his gaming. But at school, he's Mr. Popularity.
Yeah.
I was dumbfounded. Even at the graduation,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, what's up? And they're high-fiving him. And I'm like, who is this kid? He doesn't like having his friends over to hang out a lot. Our other son, they always hung out here. He doesn't like to cross home life with school life. He keeps them separate.
He keeps it separate. But I'm just saying, going back to it, is I'm glad they're not like that because I would be that parent to go and look at the sock drawer and look for the vape pen.
Yeah.
If I smell,
Berries?
I don't know. Yeah, thank you. I smell berries and sugar plums and maple syrup. There's no cologne like that. I don't know why vapes.
I'm gonna go and look in the room.
I'm looking in the room. You walk by me, you better say there was a sugar plum patch right outside the house, which is not because I'm gonna look. Yeah. And you could tell me, well, it was Alex and he blew the vape on me. It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna look.
Yeah.
So I think in that area, I will be strict.
Yeah. Well, we are with that, but we don't have to worry.
We don't have to worry about it
like
because they're not. But I'm just saying,
So we're gonna keep it short.
Yes. Well, we're at 20 minutes.
So hit the like, the subscribe.
Absolutely.
Give us your input. Follow us on Instagram. We'll get the other ones up and going soon.
So we're definitely we're out there in Florida. Let me say this. Excuse me. We'll probably have a pre-recorded one for the Thursday.
Yes.
But
we might record in Florida if we.
Yeah, if I bring
the gimbal and we bring the other mics.
The mics, we'll probably
record an episode.
Yeah,
while we're out there doing something.
And then we'll see how we do it in Puerto Rico because you gotta understand she's gone for almost the whole month.
Yes.
So I have to figure this out. We may do a couple of pre-records on some topics, which is
Or we might do some FaceTime videos, maybe if you can record them.
I have to see.
I don't know. We'll see. We will figure it out.
But we'll definitely do one in Florida.
Yes.
And we'll probably do one.
The snippets while we're out.
And we'll do one in Puerto Rico also.
Yes.
So we're not going to skip anything.
No.
We're just going to keep it going.
Yes.
They may be shorter.
Yeah.
But
I'm still looking forward to our vacation.
Yes. But you're gone for like.
My cousin called me yesterday. She's like, "Are you coming to Boca?" I was like, "Oh my God, it's a 3.5-hour drive from Tampa."
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm only there for a couple of days.
No, I told it after you leave.
Oh. Anyway, guys, I don't got to worry about that.
Oh, guys, take care.
Take care. Enjoy the summer. Because for
subscribe,
for those in the northeast, you got to take it when it comes in.
Yes.
For those that are in the sunny weather, you're living the life.
Yeah. So like, subscribe, share, and give us your input. Take
All right.
care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.